Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most hilarious and side-splitting dance scenes that Saturday Night Live has ever produced.
Whatever. Can you step aside?
Why? What are you gonna do? Dance?
Good idea!
Number 30, Walton Gogggins' Monologue.
My character in White Lotus is pretty brooding, which the internet seemed to find attractive. Some of my friends have even asked me, Walton, what's it like to become a sex symbol at 53 years old? And you know what? If I'm being honest, it feels fantastic.
After years spent toiling away as a criminally underappreciated character actor, multiple Emmy nominee Walton Gogggins broke out in a huge way in 2025. This was largely due to his acclaimed supporting role on the HBO comedy series The White Lotus. As such, it made all too much sense for the veteran performer to earn his first SNL hosting gig as a result.
And since it's Mother's Day, tomorrow, Mama, would you dance with me? Yeah? Come here. Yeah, right here. 1, 2.
Tasked with anchoring the show's annual Mother's Day episode, Gogggins paid tribute to his mother by recalling the dances they would attend. In a heartwarming moment, Gogggins invites his mom up on stage, at which point they promptly burn the house down, country style.
Let's kick this up a notch. Fellas, if you don't mind. Oh, we got a great show for you tonight.
Number 29, Les Jeunes de Paris.
Julien, s'il vous plaît.
Je suis désolée, François. C'est ne pas vous. Il est moi.
Mais pourquoi? Mais pourquoi, Juliette?
Je peux voir le monde. Au revoir, Marias et Stuart.
Bon voyage. No!
This wild, colorful sketch gets off to a markedly unfunny start. Declaring that she wants to travel the world, host Emma Stone's character returns Taran Killam's wedding ring. But not before he makes one last dramatically French plea for her to stay. Over 3 spellbinding, wordless minutes, Killam and Stone twist, tango, and weave their way back into each other's arms. And that's complete with Fred Armisen as Napoleon, who officiates their impromptu marriage. Killam, who co-wrote the sketch, shared in a 2011 interview that it was, quote, sort of just our exaggerated portrayal of our American interpretation of French youth culture, inspired by the song. Number 28, Lollipop.
What the hell? You just made me spill my whiskey.
Hey, you don't want none of this, man.
Oh, yeah? I reckon I do.
Oh, well, then I guess we got some business then.
All right, come on, y'all. Clear some space. There's going to be a fight.
Put my fighting song on, Rick.
It's the same old story you've heard 100 times before. After one inadvertently causes the other to spill his drink, 2 roughneck bikers at a dive bar square up, hoping to resolve the dispute the old-fashioned way. To set the mood, Beck Bennett's character requests his trademark fight song in order to throw hands with Don Cheadle. And of course, no one's surprised to hear British pop singer Mika's Lollipop.
What is this song?
I don't know.
It's very bright. It's very fun. This is your fighting song?
No? Hey, Rick, what's up with this song, brother? Did you do 826?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I think I put on the wrong song.
Oh, good, brother. I ain't here to listen to music. I'm here to fight.
Guess that makes 2 of us then.
The 2 mortal enemies can't help but move their feet to the infectious beat, and the testosterone fest slowly gives way to one of SNL's rowdiest dance parties. At least, until its closing moments when Beck finally tackles Cheadle. Number 27, Mokiki.
And his name is Mokiki. He wanders across the island doing just one thing. Mokiki does the sloppy swish. Look at him the sloppy swish. He'll hypnotize you.
Much like Les Jeunes de Paris, SNL fans have Taran Killam and his twisted mind to thank for this, well, let's call it memorable sketch. Over a song that sounds like if Vincent Price tried his hand at reggae, Kenan Thompson delivers the bizarre spoken word story of Mokiki, the fictitious New York City urban legend / cryptid.
He does not respect personal space. Mokiki does the sloppy swish. He's most likely carrying diseases. Some say he comes from far away. Some say he is a spirit. His police report will tell the truth if you wish to hear it. His real name, Thomas Firk, used to be a lab test dummy.
Thompson notes that Mokiki's origins are appropriately shrouded in mystery, but his signature move, the sloppy swish, is indisputably hypnotizing. According to Killam himself, the sloppy swish derives from an actual dance that he came up with while in college. We can only imagine what his friends must have been put through.
It makes his dance literally contagious. Mokiki does the sloppy swish. Everybody's doing it. Mokiki does the sloppy swish. They're starting a family. It's a really stupid dance created by a crazy person.
Number 26, Space Pants.
My name is Jonathan Cummins, and this song is called Space Pants. Begin transmission.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for
my pants.
Emmy winner Peter Dinklage just seems to carry an air of gravitas, no matter what role he's taken on. And that's no less true than in this beautifully baffling Season 41 sketch. Bobby Moynihan and Beck Bennett's mobsters bring Pete Davidson and Jod Rudnitsky to a fancy restaurant, confronting them for a number of defaulted loans. While Davidson and Rudnitsky attempt to plead for more time and their lives, Dinklage's Jonathan Comets rather noticeably takes the stage.
When I say space, you say pants. Space.
What?
When I say space pants, you say our intergalactic space pants. Space pants.
Our intergalactic space pants, huh?
Yes, 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 yes.
As Moynihan and Bennett attempt to shake the two beleaguered pals down, Comets' performance becomes increasingly immersive, including a cameo from Gwen Stefani. We hope Pete and John wrote Comets a thank you note for saving their lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy to report my friend Gwen Stefani is wearing space shorts.
People on Earth hear what I say. My shorts are from a galaxy far, far away. Asteroids, comets, meteors. My shorts won't show where go. Shorts go by before they show.
Space shorts.
Number 25, The Creep.
When you're out at a club and you see a fly girl, do the creep, and do the creep.
To paraphrase Bill Hader's beloved Stefan, this sketch has everything. The Lonely Island, John Waters, pencil mustaches, voyeurism, and of course, Nicki Minaj. In this cut-off of the comedy trio's debut album Incredibad, Andy Samberg, Akiva Schaffer, and Jorma Taccone rap about a new, particularly unsettling dance craze that they've come up with.
Let your hands flop around like a marionette. Pop your knees up and down and shake your neck.
Paying tribute to filmmaker Waters' famous look and directorial output, The Lonely Island regale a disgusted audience with tales of peeping that will give chills, and not in a good way. Unsurprisingly, Minaj proves a perfect match for the trio's sensibilities, committing to the bit so impressively that she almost makes the creep look good. Almost. Number 24, Domingo.
We're out, the shots are flowing, yeah. Guys on the dance floor grooving, yeah. We say no thanks, she's taken, yeah. Sing it! Now she's with a hot guy, but he looks gay. Heard his name's Domingo.
Second location, maybe he's bi, still dancing with Domingo.
Third location, fully straight.
In a viral sketch that blew the internet wide open in late 2024, the magic that Matt and Kelsey's wedding captured was lightning in a bottle. At a painfully typical wedding reception, Kelsey's bridesmaids, including host Ariana Grande, take things in a totally different direction.
In the bathroom, we take her aside. She says, don't worry, we won't cross the line.
Think of your fiance. She says, good reminder. Hands me her ring. Then we can't find her.
off your ring? Is this true?
What starts off as an innocent, if off-key, parody of Sabrina Carpenter's inescapable espresso turns into a shockingly juicy story of infidelity, much to groom Matt's chagrin as he's hearing all of this for the first time. Seeing as we're highlighting dance sketches, we couldn't pass up the chance to call attention to the bridesmaids' endearingly uncoordinated moves.
Hey man, came all this way, had to explain, direct from Domingo. Kelsey's a friend, she's like my sis, but we did hook up though.
What? Well, why would you guys tell me this through song?
I hope we can still be friends.
Number 23, Omeletville.
Who's hungry for a rootin'
Did
tootin'
somebody
freshin'?
say they were hungry? We got eggs. We know how to cook them. Bring it on in, Omeletville.
There was a time when Justin Timberlake was considered the SNL host to end all SNL hosts, on board with pretty much anything and never failing to bring anything less than his A-game. While Timberlake's reputation took several lasting hits during the 2020s, looking back to his classic SNL appearances will remind you of his initial appeal all over again.
Little ditty about Jack and cheese eggs. Bring it on in, Omeletville.
Take, for instance, the first installment of the recurring mascot sketches, in which Timberlake's soulful vocals and groovy moves decisively stole the show. Even while dressed as a giant omelet, Timberlake proves that, at least at one point, he was the consummate showman.
I'm a slave for you. I cannot dance break. Bring it on in, Omeletville.
Number 22, Church Lady.
Well, I'm afraid my casserole's just a little bit superior to yours. Therefore, I do my little superior dance. Pearl?
Admittedly, this one's a bit of a cheat, but given that fan demand to see the sketch listed was strong, who are we to deny you? One of Dana Carvey's most famous characters during his tenure at SNL, the Church Lady was perhaps best known for admonishing celebrities whose behavior she disapproved of. However, that wasn't her only defining trait. The other would be her trademark superior dance, which looked like the combination of the chicken dance and Steve Martin's famous King Tut.
Just a little bit superior to all of thee. Okay, hit it, Pearl.
Possibly the most iconic superior dance appearance was during the Wonder Years' Fred Savage's 1990 hosting gig, in which the child star nearly outshone the actual Church Lady. Sounds like it could only be the work of none other than
Satan!
Number 21, Threeway, The Golden Rule.
Summertime in the city, and everybody's having sex.
You know, I just got a page from a girl that I met last week at the Payless.
When it comes to Justin Timberlake and Andy Samberg's lovably randy bozos, we were tempted to go with their first outing, You Know What in a Box. Ultimately, we decided to go with their third and most recent hit, the scarily catchy Threeway.
Here in the dark,
Here in the dark,
it's hard to tell
so hard to tell
where her body ends and my homies begin.
In perhaps the fullest realization of their unmistakably 90s aesthetic to date, Timberlake and Samberg bop around New York looking like they've just stepped off a set of a Biz Marquee video. Bonus points for the duo's chemistry with featured guest Lady Gaga, whose hilariously chaste dance moves give way to a beautifully cringy technique that we'll just say evokes helicopter blades.
And all of that was okay, 'cause it was in a three-way. It's quite clear when you see the instant replay. Maybe two is enough, that's what they'll say.
Number 20, Late Night Battle. In this 2018 sketch, host Awkwafina took the opportunity to show off her dance moves. She plays a member of a dance crew who meets for a dance-off against a rival crew. When it's her team's turn to show them up, their choice of music is surprising.
Let's get that!
Using the Price is Right theme song, the sketch receives an uproarious laugh from the studio audience, which is amplified by the choreography. The scene ends with musical guest Travis Scott serving up his own moves along to the Jeopardy theme, making the sketch a definite winner. Number 19. What Up With That? If you've tuned into the first season of Ted Lasso, you know that SNL alumnus Jason Sudeikis is an expert at doing the running man. Before he co-created the series, he perfected the dance on Saturday Night Live in the recurring sketch What Up With That? The sketch is set up as a BET talk show hosted by DeAndre Cole, aka Kenan Thompson, who's a little obsessed with his own theme song.
What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that? What's up with that?
In the background, Jason can be seen doing the dance that was popularized in the 1980s and created by MC Hammer. There's a lot going on in the sketch, but in the midst of the chaos, Sudeikis' moves stand out.
What's up? I say what's up? Somebody tell me what is up with that.
Number 18. Pton Manning Locker Room. For sports fans, Pton Manning is a god amongst men. The athletic titan has achieved greatness on the field, and when he came to host Saturday Night Live, he also proved himself worthy of comedy gold. During one of the night's best sketches, Peyton plays a basketball captain whose team is down in the dumps after a disastrous first half. His coach, Will Forte, does everything he can to pep up his team, including getting them up on their feet to dance. Forte's ridiculous moves cause his co-stars to break character. Eventually, the former Denver Broncos player joins in on the fun, making this sketch a certified touchdown.
Oh, Cougars! Can you feel it? Boy!
I am feeling it, coach.
Number 17. Halloween Party. In 2014, radio stations were blasting Sia's hit Chandelier on repeat. The popular tune ended up finding its way to SNL in a sketch that mashed up the music video's signature bodysuit, angular dance moves, and the Halloween season. Starring host Jim Carrey and player Kate McKinnon, the two have a dance-off when both of them attend a work party dressed in costume as the girl from the music video. Both experts of physical comedy dance their way into the live studio audience, and even Lorne Michaels can't help but get in on the action. Number 16. Jillian Chis helps students find their Fosse. Before she assumed hosting SNL duties, Christina Applegate was learning how to master the Fosse technique during her run in the 2005 revival of Broadway's Sweet Charity. Years later, in 2012, she used her skills in Studio 8H.
This is Fosse! That is Fosse! This is not Fosse, okay? If I see any of you doing that, I will be doing this, which is me pointing to the door.
Playing a dance teacher by the name of Jillian Chis, she teaches a class on the legendary choreographer's challenging moves. However, she uses some interesting terminology, such as kakonks and zazaz, much to the bewilderment of her students.
I'm confused.
Yeah, sorry, you just said donka donka.
Yes, that's correct. And from the donka donka, we have a conk, we have a zow, 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 zow. You got that? All right, come on.
This don't make no sense.
It's a fun sketch, especially for any theater lovers who will appreciate all the musical theater references. Number 15. Black Swan.
There's someone whose Black Swan is far superior.
Who? Her?
No, not her. Her.
In early 2011, one of the most topical films of the moment was Darren Aronofsky's psychological thriller Black Swan. The future Academy Award-winning film is a deep dive into the dark side of the ballet industry, and SNL doesn't hold back from having some fun with that.
She is hungry. Hungry for breadcrumbs.
Featuring host Jim Carrey as Mila Kunis's character Lily, aka the Black Swan, the comedian takes all the elegance of ballet and turns it upside down. The contrast evokes some hilarious results and showcases Carrey's signature physical comedy style, which is a crowd pleaser. Number 14, and Margaret. Following the success of the 2012 bit, Kristen Wiig revisited the same premise a year later with this sketch. Playing 60s screen icon Anne Margaret, Wiig shimmies and flails around in the retro-inspired sketch.
It's right over there. Yeah, you're not very close. It's over here, actually.
Co-starring host Ed Helms, her long-lasting attempt at disposing of the garbage is side-splitting and some of Kristen's best physical comedy.
Okay, now you're straddling it. Now you're straddling. How do you not know it's there? Now where are you going?
While it's super niche, the concept works well, and although it might not live up to the same popularity of its predecessor, the scene holds its own.
Oh, there's someone at the door.
Let's make this happen.
Number 13, James Brown's Celebrity Hot Tub Party. As one of SNL's most legendary cast members, Eddie Murphy became well known for his spot-on impressions. He covered everyone from Stevie Wonder to Mr. T, but perhaps his best impersonation was James Brown.
Hot tub, I'm full of water. I say hot tub, hot tub.
In James Brown's Celebrity Hot Tub Party, Murphy plays up the godfather of soul's iconic dance moves. More focused on his choreography than actually getting into the tub, this sketch is peak physical comedy. Plus, we can't help but suspect that a later sketch featuring Kristen Wiig was inspired by this memorable moment.
God! Ow! Good God! Rub it up in the hot tub. Rub it down with me. Good God! Rub it in the hot tub. Don't set me free. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Celebrity Hot Tub.
Number 12, King Tut. Arguably Steve Martin's most famous Saturday Night Live performance, King Tut's success didn't end after the camera stopped rolling. The song actually reached the top 20 on the Billboard Hot 100, making the whole sketch quite a sensation.
Now when he was a young man, he never thought he'd see people stand in line to see the boy king. King Tut. How'd you get so funky?
Composed by Martin himself, the song parodies the Egyptian pharaoh's popular roving exhibit that toured the USA in the late 70s. Throughout the sketch, Steve dances and sings his way through the funk-inspired number.
Dancing by the Nile. Disco Tut. The ladies love this style. Boss Tut. Rockin' for a mile. Rockin' Tut. He ate a crocodile.
In recent years, the performance has come under fire and even sparked a protest at a college in Portland, Oregon for cultural appropriation. Nevertheless, audiences went wild for the sketch at the time, and it remains unforgettable.
Got a condo made of stoner.
Number 11, Blues Brothers' Soul Man. Conceived by Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi, the Blues Brothers got their start when they made their on-screen debut in 1978. During a performance with Art Garfunkel, the comedians dressed in their now infamous suit and tie combos and accompanied Garfunkel and his band. The shtick paid off, and before they knew it, they were musical guests themselves. Performing the song Soul Man, which would go on to become a chart topper, they move and groove to the bluesy sax and harmonica-driven track. Not only is it a great moment, but it goes down as one of the most famous acts in SNL's history. Number 10. Chaa Slide. In 2019, ex-SNL writer and returning host John Mulaney got an opportunity to show off his dancing skills in this sketch, along with cast member Ego Wodum.
I'm sorry to be weird. Is like your mom here?
I told you everyone's here.
Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Now shoot them dice. Now roll them 70s.
The two play a couple attending a wedding, and Mulaney is riddled with nerves about meeting his girlfriend's family.
Now pull out the church fan and wave that band.
Church fan? I didn't bring a church fan.
Oh, I have an extra.
Shaking off his worries on the dance floor, the pair partakes in the wedding staple of dancing to DJ Casper's 2000 hit Cha Slide. But this time, it features a bunch of new moves.
Hey, Daniel, I thought that was you.
Hey, Miss Staley.
Oh, Georgette! Lisa, I didn't even know you was here. You know Daniel?
Yeah, we was partners, spade partners in a tournament down at the church. We won $60.
Turns out this +1 knows everyone better than he thought and proves to be a pretty good dancer too.
I'd love for you to meet my brother. He's the DJ.
All right, I want to thank everybody for having me. I just want to give a quick shout out to the man that produced my first mixtape, Daniel Weissman. D-Money, I love you, man.
Appreciate you, DeMarcus.
Number 9. Cobras and Panthers. It's been said that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and if that's true, then this sketch is one heck of a compliment.
And when the cobras are done, there won't be a one left standing. So look out, Panthers, 'cause they're the Cobras!
Parodying musical theater legend Stephen Sondheim's masterpiece West Side Story, this sketch features host Robert Downey Jr. and a gang of singing and dancing gang members a la Sharks and the Jets. The choreography features West Side Story's signature snap and ballet-inspired moves made famous by Jerome Robbins.
No, it does not happen. This was clearly choreographed.
Well, you know, he was dancing and I saw what his legs were doing. I kind of copied it like that. Yeah, you know, like that.
The sketch is a funny and lighthearted poke at not only the musical, but also the entire musical genre for its spontaneous nature of breaking into song and dance. Number 8. Dancing in the Dark. When it comes to comedy, sometimes the most simple idea is the most effective. During this sketch, Steve Martin and Gilda Radner play googly-eyed strangers who meet each other's gaze in the middle of a crowded restaurant. The lights dim and time stops as they begin to dance across the famous 8H studio and around the live audience. They're not the most graceful or skilled dancers, but it's their commitment to playing it straight while simultaneously looking absolutely ridiculous that makes this sketch comedy gold. Number 7. Single Ladies. In 2008, Beyonce's Single Ladies Put a Ring on It took the world by storm. Not only did the song, music video, and signature choreography become a sensation, but so did this sketch. Featuring Queen Bee herself, Justin Timberlake, and cast members Andy Samberg and Bobby Moynihan, the scene asks, what if these guys were her backup dancers? Outfitted in the famous black leotards and heels, the guys put their own spin on the dance, which is less than stellar. However, when it comes to comedy, the badder the better, making this dance absolute perfection. Number 6. The Spartan Cheerleaders.
Spartan checkup!
Take a chance, drop your pants, pee in the cup. Dr. Spartan's in the house and he will fix you up. Break it down now. Spartan fever.
It's hard to name a more dynamic duo than cheerleading hopefuls Craig and Ariana. These characters, created and performed by Will Ferrell and Sherry O'Terry, are full of school spirit, high kicks, and a willing attitude in their recurring sketches.
I'm getting so wired.
I know. Well, maybe it's because we've had 9 cups of coffee within an hour.
The practice one sees them sneaking into the gym to rehearse for tryouts, where they pull out all of their best moves. Unfortunately for this pair, their enthusiasm gets the better of them.
I wanna Juan Valdez. Say what? I wanna Juan Valdez. Say what? His beans, they come from Colombia way. He rides on his funky donkey every day.
Between their ridiculous chants and messy high kicks, their dreams of joining the Spartan cheerleading squad might never come true, but their commitment and dedication are certainly admirable.
I wanna Juan Valdez. Say what? I wanna Juan Valdez. Say what? We're on a caffeine high, so hold on tight. Live from New York, it's Saturday night.
Number 5. The Roxbury Guys. Inviting viewers into a 90s club, Chris Kattan and Will Ferrell offer up 2 of the most memorable characters of their era on SNL. Known as the Roxbury Guys, they're 2 club dwellers who can't dance, can't flirt, and have 0 game, often joined by a third person. When that person is host Jim Carrey, the trio bounce around from party to party, bobbing and bouncing along to Hathaway's What is Love? The recurring sketch became such a hit that it successfully head-bobbed its way right to the big screen when the characters received a big screen adaptation in 1998's A Night at the Roxbury. Number 4. Haunted Elevator, featuring David S. Pumpkins.
And now, hold on for dear death.
In 2016, Saturday Night Live introduced viewers to one of its most talked about characters of all time. Featuring host Tom Hanks, this sketch starts off with a couple visiting a haunted attraction.
How's it hanging? I'm David Pumpkins, and I'm gonna scare the hell out of you.
There they are introduced to David S. Pumpkins, a man dressed head to toe in a jack-o'-lantern patterned suit, accompanied by 2 dancing skeletons. The sketch, from the costumes to the dancing, is truly bizarre. And even the characters themselves can't quite figure out what's happening. Despite all this, the character became so popular he even received his own animated special a year later. Any questions?
I'm crazy for David Pumpkins.
Number 3. Liza Minnelli tries to turn off a lamp.
Oh, sure, I'd be delighted. Just let me turn off some of these lamps.
National treasure Liza Minnelli is a triple threat. She can do it all. Sing, dance, and act. But can she turn off a lamp? It's a question for the ages. And thanks to SNL, we have an answer.
You can't get once. You can't get twice. You can't get 3 times. And the lamp goes out when the party starts.
Starring Kristen Wiig and Jonah Hill, in this sketch they play Minnelli and her unnamed friend as they prepare to leave her apartment to watch the opening night of the Broadway musical Cats. Before they go, Liza has to turn off a lamp, but instead turns the simple task into a dance.
Is it a foot tapper? Once. Twice. 3. Will a Fosse neck do it?
Wig makes a meal out of her Fosse-inspired gestures and earns every laugh in what has to be one of her funniest moments on the series.
And we missed the show.
The heck with cats, let's dance!
Number 2. Lunch Lady Land. As an SNL cast member, Adam Sandler gained notoriety for his original musical comedy.
Just know everything's doing fine down here in Lunch Lady Land.
Armed with his guitar, Sandler blessed viewers with this song told through the perspective of a high school lunch lady.
'Cause my red hair is falling out.
The unsung hero, played by fellow cast member Chris Farley, dazzles with graceful turns, spins, and commitment to the sketch. The two are even joined on stage by a cast of foods like garlic bread and a sloppy Joe sandwich. From the get-go, Farley goes the extra mile to try and make Sandler laugh, which he successfully pulls off several times throughout the performance.
Sloppy Joe.
What makes the sketch stand out is that not only is it hilarious, but also a special moment between two friends. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Chippendales audition.
Marcy, music.
In this sketch, Patrick Swayze and Chris Farley play aspiring Chippendale dancers who make it to the final round of auditions. Both Swayze and Farley are totally committed to the outrageous choreography that includes lots of thrusting, jumps, and even the worm. In the 21st century, the sketch from 1990 has received criticism for its portrayal of body image. It's an important reflection, especially considering that the sketch still continues to gain a lot of attention today. Farley's athleticism, energy, and fuel are the driving forces of the piece, and prove that no matter how much time passes, he'll always be one of the best and brightest in the history of the show. Which SNL sketch on our list got you kicking and stretching? Be sure to let us know in the comments below.
And I like to kick